Okay, let's start. I'm Snir. I will be with you in this trading room today. Thank you for joining us. Before I start, I would like to make a disclaimer that all we are talking about here, all what I show you and all my recommendation, it's only my opinion, of course. And I will always suggest traders to be responsible for yourself and make the decision by yourself. You can enjoy this trading room. You can learn a lot from what we're showing here, and that's the main purpose of this trading room. Okay, so let's start. Someone asked to analyze the US dollar CAD. We will start shortly, and I will analyze the US dollar CAD, Fred. No problem. Just to remind you, it's Monday, and every Monday we just at the beginning of the week we are. I will analyze the pairs for the upcoming days, the upcoming week, for the swing and for the long-term traders also. And of course, we, as always, we will take a look also and see if we can find some intraday opportunities to trade. And if we'll find, of course, I'll open the trade. If not, we will just put a key levels, what to look for. For those who doesn't know, I'm Snir. Trading mostly based on supply and demand levels. And as you can see, usually I trade with a naked chart, no indicators, no oscillators. And that's the way I trade, only by the price himself. I believe that understanding the price is the most important tool in order to trade and analyze the charts. All right. Okay, so let's start. I'll start with the US dollar and the Canadian. Let's put it here. Okay, it is the first one here. I'll clear the chart first and right. So for the long-term perspective, I'll take it even to the weekly charts. Okay, just I think there is a. All right, that's okay. So this is the daily chart. Okay, we can see the price just maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a bit more, 3 weeks ago, just reached this support level from the left. This one, okay. We can see the reaction from this support. And now, if we just change the time frame to the 4 hours, first of all, I would like to say that from this picture, in my opinion, the price have a good chance to reach at least this area. It seems like it is the next available supplies. First, it looks like the price developed here bullish momentum. As you can see, the price broke out the last high of this downtrend. Let's zoom in. You'll see it much better like this. And like this, if we will open a trade, I will open this terminal, but now I think it's more important to see the chart very clear. So in my opinion, the price on its way to reach this level. It is the next available supply that can stop the price and throw him down. And also the price developed just now. It seems that the price developed a bullish momentum after this bearish momentum. So mainly I prefer to look for a buy position, at least until the price reach this level. I don't see this opportunity now, but maybe it will happen soon. We also have a key level on the way up. As you can see, this one, okay, that can be a difficult level. If we will be in a buy position in this level, maybe I will close part of the position, roll the stop loss, and on and on. That will be the final target. But first, let's see if we have some reason to buy. The first thing I would like to see is that the price break out all this resistance from the left, as you can see, but in more convenience way. This is not a really breakout. That's maybe the breakout a bit above this one, but I take all this area and it seems like the highest level was here in this resistance. This one and this one both considers as the same resistance for me, and the price still didn't broke out this level. So first I would like to see the price breaking out this level, then I would like to see the price retrace down to check some fresh demand, and then I will buy at this demand. And for now, we are only here, still waiting for the breakout. Then we need to look for the right demand to buy, and then hopefully the price will go down to visit this demand. That's what I think, but at the moment it seems the price just start to develop the bullish momentum. I don't see a specific level in price for now to buy. We can see that the price creates some small demand here and maybe here one, but as long as the price didn't broke out the resistance here, it's a bit risky to use these demands. Okay, so this is for the swing long terms traders. Of course, if the price will reach this area, to be more precise, maybe there is some nice supply here. If we change it to 1 hour charts, maybe we'll see here a few candles and then drop down. So anyway, if the price reach this area, what we saw on the daily chart, this is where I might look for a sell position. I'm not sure about selling on the first touch, but maybe I will look for a price action setup for confirmation from the lower time frames, maybe the 15 minutes or the 1 hour charts. It depends. So this is what I see now. I prefer to buy the US dollar CAD, but still I didn't see the perfect setup for it. We should wait for it. And I will look for sell position only at this level. Of course, above this level, by the way, we have an excellent supply here and here, right? That area. But as you can see, this one already checked. That's the first touch. So I won't say it's not valid as a first touch level supply. So I don't think I will sell there on the first touch, but I won't be surprised if the price will react if the price reach that level. But you can see the perfect reaction of the price for this supply, and that's what happened. So that's for the US dollar CAD. Let's take a look on the 15-minute chart, see if we can find something as an intraday position. We can see that the price here, you can see this reaction for this demand and very short situation, 15, 16 pips. This is the 1 minute chart. And actually, I believe that if the price will go down and check this level, I might consider to buy the US dollar CAD as an intraday short-term position. Okay, so this is for the US dollar and the Canadian. Just to remind you, if one of you have any questions, or if one of you want to share his idea and to ask questions or to ask for other pairs to analyze, you are more than welcome to write it down on the chat box. I'll do my best to answer all these requests. Okay, let's start. Let's begin. So this is the 5-minute chart, and still it seems like this demand here, it's maybe still valid. The price now is still far away, and it seems the price on its way up. It depends how the price will reach that level. To be honest, I'll prefer to see the price breaking out this level, breaking down here, maybe something like this. This is what I will prefer to look for. If that happens, then my conclusion will be that the price in a very high probability on his way to reach at least this level. So we can try to use this buffer of 30 pips between those levels. If that happens, this breakout, I will look for a new supply, and hopefully the price retrace to check this supply. Then I'll sell US dollar Canadian against the Canadian in order to reach that level as a target, as a final target. And for now, we are still far from that level, and this still a demand. I'm not sure about buying on the first touch because the price already check very close here, so it can be a checked already. And usually when I'm not sure, I just don't react. And okay, I'll take the euro dollar now. And of course, if you have any other you preferred, just write it down. And as you can see, the euro dollar in the 4-hour time frame just range to the side all this way. It's almost, it's from the end of July that euro dollar, it's just moved from that level to this support. It's more than 200 pips. So as an intraday trader, we can do a lot in this range. But from the swing or long-term traders perspective, it seems like nothing happened during this time. The price didn't really have a significant uptrend or downtrend. And actually, in that situation, what I prefer to do is to look for a breakout of one of these levels. First, it's this one, it's this support. And as you can see, the price already checked this support maybe 5 or 6 times. So at this situation, I'll prefer to look for the breakout, and if the price will break out this support towards down, okay, if that happened, I will look for a sell position. I will look for a sell position if I'll find some new supply that create this breakout. And upstairs, there is a resistance, and actually there is also supply here that I might use it for a sell position on the first touch even. If we take a look on the 1-hour time frame, I would take the risk at this level, at these high levels here, to sell the euro against the dollar and on the first touch, if that happened. Since the price creates this one, it still doesn't visit there, and I believe that there are still many unfilled orders waiting here for the price to come back. Okay, so that's that's the two scenarios that I'm waiting for on the euro against the dollar. That's the daily chart. The picture seems almost the same. And weekly chart, as you can see, in weekly chart, we can see it very clear that in the last few weeks, the price just moved from up and down on the same range. And let's see what will break out first, this resistance or this support below. All right, changing to the lower time frame, that's the 15 minutes chart. Well, you can see the nice drop in the last few hours, about 100 pips. That's the 5-minute. Okay. And with this chart, we might work for an intraday as an intraday trader. Since the price already reached this support again, I'm not sure that I will look for a sell position. Again, it's became too risky, but also in this situation, although we have a nice supply here, I won't use it on the first touch. Again, since we are just coming back from a significant support that we saw on the left in the 4-hour time frame. As I said, significant support, which means I never buy or sell in a support or resistance. It's not the key level for me, but it's a significant levels to consider when you analyze the chart. So it is a key level, and if we are just reach this support, and this is where the price just came back from, I stop, look for a sell position unless the price will break out this support and continue down. All right, so at this situation, I prefer to look for a breakout of this last high, this one. Then if that happened, I will look for a buy position as an intraday trader in order to reach the top levels here. Okay, and this one, sorry. That level can be also a nice level for a sell position. I would take a risk and risk both of these supply together. It's not very much, it's about 17, let's say 20 pips, okay? 20 pips. I would take that risk and for a sell position, and as an intraday trader, really, since if the price reach that level, it will come up as a bullish price. I will be very careful with this sell position, which means I will roll my stop loss on the first opportunity and protect my position, but I will take the chance at these levels to sell as an intraday opportunity. All right. So this is for the euro dollar. Someone asked euro GBP. All right, we'll take a look just now. Euro GBP. Okay, this is the euro GBP, and I'm not sure if you all remember the situation from the last trading room. I think I show it on the trading room, but we can see very clear the reaction of the price for a fresh supply and demand. First, we have this demand. Okay, let's go back a bit. Well, in that situation, when the price broke out this resistance here, my conclusion was that if the price broke out this support here, okay, this one, my conclusion was that if that happened, the price already on his way, most likely on his way to reach this demand, because it's the next available demand which can stop the price. And therefore I opened a sell position about somewhere here in this area, and I closed it somewhere here. I took only about 50 pips. Okay, after all, you can see that the price reached this demand, and this is what happened. You can see that was, let's say, the first touch. The price was playing with us a bit, go down, up, down, but in the end, you can see the rally, right? This is the demand. You can see it very clear in this 4-hour time frame. That's the reaction. This is a supply, and you can see the reaction, at least for now, just started. Well, so you can see exactly how it works. It is a perfect reaction of the price for this demand. You can see how the price go from demand to this supply, and let's see what happened. But for now, to sell on the first touch, it should be somewhere here on the top, maybe at this one, if we want to be accurate traders. Okay, and that already happened. We are too late. The price already, for now, 20 pips below. In fact, if I was in this position, I would put my stop loss a bit above this last high, which is this one, maybe this one. I would give it more room, but it should be a risk-free position already if we really use this supply and sell on the first touch. what we can look for now is to see if the price will break out this last low, okay? Because we already missed the opportunity to sell on the first touch. The next situation can be if the price will break out this low, then I will look for a good price action. I will look for a new supply actually to sell the Euro GBP. And okay, if that happened, I will take it again to this demand, which is already tested once, so it will be support. That will be the first target for this sell position, and this demand here will be the final target for this. Again, only if the price will break out now this support. Sorry, this last low, the last bottom that the price create in this bullish momentum. This is the last one, okay? If the price break out this one, it's kind of a confirmation that the momentum changed from bullish to bearish. Okay, daily chart, same conclusion as the 4 hours. This is what we're looking for now. The next level that I will look for a sell on the first touch, it's only if the price reach this level, this high. All right, let's see if we have it on the 4-hour time frame. We do have this. Well, this is only at this stop is the next level that I will sell as a long or swing trader. I will sell here on the first touch. All right, so for now the price far away from that level, 250 pips, and it is far. All right. Next one, someone asked for GBP against the Canadian. GBP and Loonie. Let's take a look. GBP. Okay. This one. All right. Okay, so this is the 1 hour time frame, okay? And also here you can see the reaction for this supply, the price touch there. 1, 2. I wouldn't consider this as a breakout. It's maybe 1 or 2 pips above this supply, but anyway, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 2 to 3, 4 times that the price already checked this supply. So of course this supply is not valid anymore. And you can see this demand here, which already tested once. And now it is the second time the price reached that level. You can see the little reaction for now. But again, this demand is not valid anymore, this level. It was, but as you can see, it became a support and it's not demand. I'll try to explain it very simple actually, because to be honest, soon I will make a short video about the difference between support resistance and supply demand. So I think this example could be could make things very clear for you. If you didn't understand it yet, every supply and demand after a while becomes a support and resistance. In a different words, every support and resistance originally was supply or demand. And this is a good example. Demand, after the price visit and check this demand, at least as you can see here 2 times, now you can call this level support. Okay? Before the first touch, if we have only this, then that will be considered as a demand. Same for this supply. It was a supply after the price dropped down. Then this is the first touch. Then again. Now we can call this level here resistance. All right, this is support. By originally, this support was demand first, and by originally this this resistance was supply at the first. Okay, so that's the main difference, between support resistance and supply demand. Supply demand, it's much more reliable to trade in. Support resistance is a significant level in the price. I wouldn't say it's not, but it's a critical level, but not to look for positions. Maybe to roll your stop loss, maybe to close part of the position. Maybe if you have a confirmation from a lower time frame when the price reached support or resistance in the higher time frame, maybe you can act there. But it's not the best level to sell or buy on the first touch just because it is a support or resistance. But for supply and demand, I will sell in the supply level or at any demand level at the first touch only because it's a supply and demand. And that will be enough, at least for me, from my experience. All right, so that was a short explanation about this, the different. So this is the GBP against the Canadian, and you asked first. You asked Igor if it's still bullish, which you mean bullish in which time frame? Because if we take a look on the daily chart, it's a bit hard to decide if it's still bullish. As you can see here, if we just take a look on the last wave, it was bearish, and compared to the last drop, the price still bearish. But after all, you can see that the price reached a kind of support level, which originally was a demand here on the left. You can see it here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, approximately. So that's the support. The price might dig a bit deeper here, but it's a bit hard to explain or to decide if it's bullish or bearish. If we take a look on the weekly chart, I would still say it's a hard decision to say if it's a bullish or bearish. You can see how it looks. To be honest, for a long-term traders which rely on the weekly daily chart, I wouldn't touch this pair. Unless you have a different reason to buy and sell. But if I'm just looking at the price as a price action trader, I wouldn't touch this pair. If we take a look on this 15-minute chart, okay, we can see the reaction for this demand, this one, and again here. Okay, this and this, it's the reaction for this demand here from the left. And you can see now the price slowly recover some of the way up. If we take a look on the 5-minute chart, I don't see a clear supply. Maybe this one. I don't see a very clear supply to sell. Maybe this one, right? So only if the price reach this, I'll try to take some few pips as an intraday position. That's all I can say about the GB pound Canadian. It's not a comfortable situation to trade, not in the long term, even not in the short terms. Okay, any other pairs you prefer to check with me? All right, feel free to write it down. Of course, feel free to ask any questions if you have, or if you want to check, if you want to share any of your idea, you can just write it down. All right, Jonas, you ask for Kiwi against the Swiss. Well, let's take it. That's the NZD against the Swiss franc. Okay, let's start with the high time frame. Hi, Daniel. I will analyze the pound against the dollar soon. So this is the daily chart for the Kiwi against the Swiss, and we can see the reaction here for all this demand level, okay, and price just rise up, and in fact this reaction is this supply. Okay, so this supply and this demand are not valid anymore. We should look for the next available one. So below this one, we have this one, which is still far away. Okay, it's also kind of a demand slash support, because it seems that all these levels is a reaction for this one. But still the price, it seems, at least in this daily chart, that the price just throw out from this level very aggressive and fast. So I would consider this maybe as a demand, but as you can see, the price still far away from this level. And let's see the weekly chart. We can see nicely this reaction of this supply, and also in the weekly chart, I don't have any different conclusion. Let's see what's going on the intraday 15-minute chart. Okay, this is okay. All right, that level might be interesting for something short, maybe intraday position. Okay, let's take a look on this 5-minute. All right, I would consider to take the risk at this level, and let's see. Well, it's about, let's say, 15 pips if we put a stop loss just below that level. So that's the 1-minute chart. And to be honest, we are not far from this level, just maybe 3 pips. All right. Okay, we'll see it. It's very, very close to this level, as you can see. I'm wondering if it's already considered as a test, this previous low. Okay, I will wait a bit more. Hopefully I won't miss that opportunity, but never mind. All right, so that's for the New Zealand Swiss. Of course, if we will buy at this level, that supply will be the target. For those who want to take it higher, maybe this supply. And we do have about almost 30 pips, which is nice for an intraday position. Okay. Come on, go down. All right. And let's take a look on the GBP against the US dollar. We will go back to New Zealand Swiss in a minute. And that's the GBP USD. Maybe I'll put here a buy limit order, which is, yeah, that's okay. Take it a bit lower, and we'll see what's going on. Okay. All right. So this is the pound against the dollar. Okay. Well, let's start with the daily chart. And as you can see, the price turned the momentum from bullish to bearish after breaking out the last bottom of this bullish momentum. All right. That kind of a confirmation that the price switched the momentum. Okay, so this is the conclusion. After all, I'll still wait for the price to sell as a long-term or swing position. I believe that the price might reach this level. It seems a Quasimodo pattern. You can see that the price in a one aggressive move create a lower low. This one is lower from the previous low after the price had a row of higher lows. Okay, so that's the Quasimodo level, usually where the price react if the price would raise that top level. It's the same level as the left shoulder, what called here. It's the top before the last one, all right? And it's also supply, which is more important than the name of the Quasimodo. So it's a supply level with this pattern, which is a reliable pattern. I have a good reason to sell at this level, if the price reaches there, of course. Okay, that's area. For now, the price still far away. You can see here the reaction of this supply, and hence, after a few times, it became, when we look up now, we can see this level as resistance. All right, originally it was a supply here. After a while, it became a resistance after a few checks. All right, so if the price for the long term reach that level here, I will consider to sell there. Let's go to the short term and look for an opportunity. This is the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, this is a reaction, all this level where the price stopped, and it looks like a technical correction. It's a reaction for this demand here. All right. Below this, the next available demand that the price will tend to reach is this one here. And on. Below this, we have this one here. Okay. So this is the next level that I will buy, maybe on the first touch even, if the price, what happened with the New Zealand Swiss. Oh, we are in. Okay. This is the next level. Where is it? This one. This is the next level that I will consider to buy the pound against the dollar on the first touch in this time frame. Okay. If you remember, I was mentioned this supply as a great level to sell. All right. You can see the reaction in the 4-hour time frame. This picture look familiar from a week ago, maybe. We talk about this supply level as a great level to sell on the first touch. The picture here in the pound dollar and in the pound yen, as I remember, were exactly the same, as you can see, but in the pound yen, the price didn't make it and didn't rise up to visit this supply. All right. So in the on pound dollar, it happened, and you can see the nice reaction of this supply. This one, just to explain and to show how we can manage position. At least for now, if I was in this sell position, my stop loss was just above this last top. All right. So this is for this one. And if we take a look on a very short time frame, to be honest, it seems like a nice position, a nice down movement, a bearish momentum. I don't see any fresh supply on this way. All right, that's all for the GBP against the dollar. And maybe here, if we take a look on this 1 minute chart, maybe I would risk this level, something like this. That's the 1 minute chart. I would risk this level, all right? And try to take here a kind of intraday position. Okay, That's for this one. Back to the New Zealand, the Swiss. We are still in the same area, but you can see, and for those who missed that, the reason we buy here on the first touch is it seems like a demand level. Now we can set also the stop loss just below this level. Okay, for now I will set the take profit here, and let's see what's going on. All right, I will take the pound yen because it seems interesting for now. And as you can see, the same supply that we saw on GBP USD is still valid. And to be honest, this is how a great level look. It is a rally, small base, and then dropped. So if the price reach that level, I will sell on the first touch. Okay, it's a great supply. I will sell there on the first touch. And here on the left, you can see the price already been here, right? This level, let's put a line on the lowest level the price were here. It's the reaction for this demand, all right? The next available one below this one is this one. If we're trying to be more precise, let's take a look on this 1 hour time frame and see how it looks. All right. This is the demand that we just saw the price react for. And the lower line is this one. It still seems, well, I think that where I put the line, it's about a good area. So back to the 4 hour time frame, and it's this one. We just have the reaction here, and this one is the next available one. So it's the next level I will consider to buy on the first touch. Before this supply, we also have this one that only just created a few hours ago, I believe, which seems also like a great supply level. You can see it here in this 1 hour time frame, and in this 15-minute and 5-minute. I will put the line about here. This is where I will sell GBP against the Japanese yen. I'll sell here on the first touch, just here. Okay, seems like a great level to sell. And as we just saw, that can be the final target. I mean, if the price didn't reach that level yet. So we have some room here, 220 pips approximately. It's a nice risk reward. Worth to take the risk here, just to risk this very small level in order to try and reach all of this. Okay, this is for the GBP against the Japanese yen, as it seems in this daily chart. I would stay with this conclusion. You can see again, I believe that we already talked about this in the last 2 weeks, the nice reaction for this supply here. Very nice reaction. Okay, before we end, any requests, any questions? All right. So thank you for joining us for today. I hope you enjoy from this trading room. Just a short brief. We are still in this buy position for the New Zealand against the Swiss. All right. That will be the target. And we already set the stop loss just below this level, as you can see here. And from now on, I will only manage this position. Hopefully the price will keep moves up. At the first opportunity, I will roll the stop loss to the break even, which means if the price will make in high and then low and then higher high in this 1 minute chart, I'll set the stop loss below the first low that the price create. All right. So again, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy this trading room and meet you tomorrow exactly at the same time. Have a successful trading week. Bye-bye.